Hey, what is up everyone? Derek Alexander here, and in this video I'm going to share how I built a marketing and sales system online for the comfort of my house that allowed me to become completely financially independent within 4 years, when prior to that I was sleeping on my best friend's couch. So let's dive right into it. Before embarking on starting something that can create income from you online, I think one of the really important things you have to ask yourself is what your actual goals are. And for myself, my goal wasn't to run some large, massive company or be the face of it or be some entrepreneur that had like 100 employees. I wanted to create earned income from a business that I could then put into different investments to create passive income. So if anything ever happened to my businesses, I could actually be able to have enough income coming in from all my investments where I could just live how I wanted to live. Nothing crazy, nothing ridiculous, but just have the freedom of choice to do the things that I wanted to do. I see a lot of people nowadays that feel like in order to create the success in their life, they have to start an entire company. They got to take on debt, they got to get loans, they got to hire employees. And the truth is, in my opinion, is you don't actually have to do that now. You can join other companies that exist that already have a commission engine in place. They already have teams, they already have employees, they already have operations, they already have everything set up. And you can join those companies and then produce revenue, produce sales, produce volume in those different businesses, and they'll pay you at maybe weekly, monthly. And as you build your own organization, your own sales team in those different models, you can just take that money and reinvest it into other flows of income that can create a lot of freedom for you. So that's the first thing I did. I looked for a ton of different businesses that I felt like had really powerful products that could change people's lives, and happened to be in the trading space. When I found those products that I felt like were really incredible, rather than me marketing and building those systems for the company itself, I wanted to build my own system, my own business, and my own face, so that whenever anyone came to see what I was doing, they looked at my own personal brand. So that brand was called Market Hackers. And when I built that brand, the whole idea behind it was we wanted people to show up here even if we offer a ton of different products from a ton of different companies. And the idea was that we were almost like a white label for a ton of different services that added value in the marketplace, but we added the extra marketing systems and the extra community and the culture that they wouldn't find anywhere else. So when building that system, one of the things that I really wanted to identify before I even started was the sales tactics that we had to use to drive people from not knowing anything to being an avid customer in our business. The whole idea I used was taking skeptics to superstars. If you can get someone that's completely skeptical, hating about your ideas and your concepts, and get them to be a superstar in your business that are an avid testimonial, then whatever sales engine that you've built is probably working, because if you can do it from a skeptic and turn them into a superstar, you can probably do the same thing for your aunt, your cousin, your uncle, or just a friend of yours. The blueprint that I used to walk people through that process was a 3-step question. And if you can answer every single question sequentially for your own prospects, then it's going to make your business a lot easier to scale and have a sales team that scales it with you. The first question that we want to get answered is, does it work? Does your product actually work? Are there results? Are there testimonials? Are there people that are sharing how much they love it? Most people that come in touch with your product need to get that validation that the product actually works before they get anywhere else. It's very difficult to get someone to pay for a product of any kind if they don't even know if the product's actually going to add any value to them, right? So once you can get that question answered, the next sequential question they have is, why is it working for so many people? So maybe they believe that it works, but they don't know why it's working. They don't know the secret behind the products or the services to really add that value. When you get that question answered, then the next logical one is, how can it work for me? When you get people from does it work to why it's working to how it can work for them in their life, then you got a really good system that can get people from being very skeptical to becoming a superstar in your team. So now that you understand the 3 questions, how do you build a system, primarily online, that lets people go from wondering if something actually works to not only knowing why it's working, that it works, but how it can work directly in their life for their own specific need that they're looking for? So here's how we did it. The first thing we realized was that no one's going to want to get involved with something if you don't lead with results. In today's day and age, you can't use hype, you can't use fluff, you can't use anything other than the actual results people are getting to convert people from a prospect or from someone inquiring to being an active customer in your business. So our whole system was predicated just on letting results do the talking, which means you got to sell products that actually work. You got to sell services that actually add value to people. If you feel like you're in a point in your business where you're selling things that really don't make a difference in people's lives, it might be a sign that you got to ask yourself that you need to start finding other products that may add a lot more value in the marketplace for your customers. So now that you know that you're leading with results, how are you going to drive people to a place where they can see the results very easily? And what we did is we used groups, primarily a Facebook group. We built a Facebook group with a pinned post that shared the entire explanation of our services, our products, why we are different, why we're unique, and why they could have an amazing experience getting involved. And then we built the whole group predicated on having all of the current customers share the results in the group. So we created incentivizations and reward systems for different people that are already active customers to share their results on a daily daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Because as everyone began to do that, it aggregated a sea of people's results that then became the commission engine to get people to be actually convinced that the products were working. This was kind of like killing two birds with one stone, because we could have tons of customers that never wanted to share our products with anyone and just wanted to use them as a happy consumer, be able to then be incentivized to share their results online, which then fueled all the affiliates that actually were trying to drive the business and get more people involved. So they cross-pollinated and helped each other. So the real point of the community was to curate curiosity for people, was to get people to join something that already existed that showed validation of people's results. And the whole idea was to get them to start asking phase two, why is it working, right? You may not know what this product does or how it's working for people, but you know that it's working because you see all these people sharing that they have results from this group and from the products that are being used. But the actual process to get them from going, does it work, to why is it working, is where we use a online marketing video, known as a VSL, a video sales letter. This video basically goes through as quickly and as prompt as possible all the reasons why the products are actually working for people. So in another video, I'll explain how to actually write a video sales letter and how to create it in a way that it's converting, it's creating a lot of attention, people aren't getting distracted, and you can use different types of editing tactics and actually scripts on how you communicate to keep people really involved. I'll do that in another video. But we built a video sales letter that broke down everything about the business, about the products, to get people to have the question answered of why does it work? So now people that maybe didn't have a lot of influence, that wanted to be affiliates in our business, that wanted to get more people involved, could take someone to a simple group, show them results of other people's experiences with our products, and then when they go, okay, I believe it's working, then they stop becoming skeptical and they start becoming curious, right? Going from question one to question two, does it work, to why does it work? They shift an emotional state where they stop going from, oh, is it real, to it's real, but why is it real? And that's a very important place, because when you remove those levels of skepticism and that wall that they hold, then you can start being able to extract their needs to figure out how your products and services can add value in their life. So the video sales letter was designed to get as many people as possible watching it. And we did this in two ways. The first way was having that video sales letter pinned at the top of the Facebook group. This way, when people added people to the community, the very first thing that they would see was a big post that had a video explaining everything about the opportunity, the customer's experience of what they've been seeing with the results that we've been having, and why they want to get involved with instructions of what to do in the group. Then below that video was all the people's results. So it was very easy to convert. But what we also did is we told our teams and incentivized our teams and the people already involved to like, comment, engage, tag, and share that video so that it boosted the algorithm, but also had a ton of engagement on the video. If you get added into someone's community and there's a video they want you to watch and there's 5 likes on it, you may think it's credible, but how much more credible would you think if it had 500 likes? So we built this video to 11,000 comments, thousands of likes, and it became a lot more credible, so you have that first impression. Because nowadays, the first impression, especially online, to convince people to get involved in your business is so important. So we incentivized lots of people to engage in the community. So if someone posted a result, you're liking that post, you're commenting on that post, you're sharing love on that post. So it became a very evident community. It became very evident there was a community that people really wanted to be a part of because everyone was helping each other grow. The second way we did this is we took that same video and we put it in a sales funnel. Now, if you don't know what a sales funnel is, it's basically like a website that allows you to convert. It's a website with a intention. It's a website that's designed to get people from one place to another. Well, we took that same video and put it in a sales funnel using a website called ClickFunnels, which is an incredible platform I recommend everyone uses. And then we empowered all of our teams to have their own personalized sales funnels with that video or with other videos they can use with the similar script, but maybe with their own face or their own personality. And then we help them have their own custom domain, and then they can go out in the marketplace, add people to that group, but also send people their own sales funnels and have their own customer link customized with their checkout. So then when they're out there marketing their business, they can have their own system, their own site, which gives them the power to feel like they're in control of their own destiny because they can control how many people they share that funnel with. So between the sales funnel and the pinned video in that Facebook group, it allowed our customer base and our affiliates to really get the products out there in the marketplace. So when you go through that first 2 phases, people now know that it works, they know why it's working, but the process of getting people to see how it works for them sometimes involves extra credibility. This is when our sales leaders, our sales managers would get in touch with the people that were actively trying to get new business involved, and they were getting on Zoom calls, 3-way phone calls, 3-way messenger chats using voice audio, which really helps because you actually hear the audio voice instead of just text. And then they would help pull those people into the system, right? Give them that little nudge they need to be able to actually make the decision from going, okay, I see why it's working, to how can this literally change my own circumstance right now in the current place that I'm in. Maybe there's someone that's trying to get enough money just so they can quit their part-time job and do more of what they love full-time. Well, we had teams that would actually break down their current situation and what they needed in order to make that transition by being a part of our business and being a customer in our side. So we taught these sales trainers specific scripts and specific modalities, if you will, that allowed them to get on calls with people that are already primed so that it was a very easy, predictable process. Meaning those sales leaders would not talk to any prospect or any person that was not involved if they had not, 1, joined the Facebook group, 2, watched that pin post, and 3, written a list of very qualified questions. Because without doing that, then it's going to be a very janky and disorganized process to funnel them into our team. But if we made sure that the other people were having their prospects go through that system beforehand, then the turnover of closes became much, much higher, and we were able to convert much more business much faster. And this is really the last part that I think is the most important. I see literally everywhere nowadays people marketing like crazy. They're talking about the products that they sell and what they can do and the value that they can add. But once people actually pay for those products, a lot of the times what I've noticed is the value that is met doesn't actually meet the promise that was given in the first place. And what I've learned in my experiences is that the bolder promise you make, the harder it's going to be to make those expectations real if your products or services don't actually add that real value. If you can actually under-deliver with your front-end offers, then over-deliver with your results, then you're going to build more lifetime customers. Whereas I see a lot of people making huge, huge, huge claims that they can't substantiate just to get people through the door to swipe their credit card or take their business, but then after they join, when the real work starts, which is after they join your business, they're not able to actually add the value and follow through, and then those people become disgruntled customers, they write bad reviews, and they complain everywhere, which in my opinion is just a lot more of a headache than just starting smaller on the front end. It's really easy to make big, bold claims to get a lot of people in your business, but in my opinion, getting someone to swipe their credit card or pay for your service is not impressive. Getting people to join your business, swipe their credit card, but then having so much enjoyment and fulfillment from the value offered after they joined your business as a customer that they're telling everyone they know, that is the real test to define if someone actually has a successful business or not, in my opinion. Because we see everyone all day talking about how great their products are and trying to get people to join, but anyone can do that nowadays with social media. You can go rent a Lamborghini, lean on it, and get a lot of attention. But what about the actual client's results after they get involved in your business? So we put a lot more emphasis not on celebrating when someone got involved with us, but putting more emphasis on celebrating after they got involved, when they had a win, when they got a result, when they had a good trading month in the markets with our products and services. That's when we really celebrated. We didn't make a big deal out of getting new customers. We made a big deal out of making sure when we did get new customers, those customers had a story and a narrative they could share that made our business look even better. So we didn't focus as much about getting the fruit. We focused more about watering the tree and fall in love with the process of watering that tree, so eventually we can pick as much fruit as possible. And then lastly, it was creating the culture. Once this system is revolving, you want to run awesome experiences, create moments and memories with the people that are really performing so that they are avid truth seekers in your business and telling everyone they know about it. And this is where we ran retreats and live events. Live events and retreats have been absolutely amazing for us because it created this amazing camaraderie with all the people in it that are all on the same mission, same core values, wanting to achieve the same goals, but now they have people on their left and on their right, sometimes throughout all of the world, not just in one country, that are all working together too. And when you can build not just a sales engine online, but one that actually creates camaraderie and friendships, I mean, people will stay around for years, not just because of the financial incentive, but even more so because of the people they can build relationships with. I know in my life, there's a lot of things I've spent money on where maybe there wasn't a huge return on investment for me financially, but the community, the friendships, and the people that I was able to associate with made it so much more valuable for me to stay involved. So that's a little bit how I built that system in the last 4 years that allowed me to become financially independent, all online, and be able to scale it to thousands and thousands of people that are active customers that I would like to say are pretty happy with the offers that we have. So if you want to check out my personal products and services and learn more about my businesses, you're more than welcome to reach out to me and shoot me a message. I'll make sure my team gets back to you and answers any questions that you may have. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please subscribe, turn on post notifications, and stick around for the next videos because I got a lot more coming. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.